Well, hello there, and welcome to your general weekly reading for the week beginning June 4th, 2018. This week, I will be using the Mystic Fairy Tarot cards by Barbara Moore, and also be intuiting some of the messages that are coming in from our guides and from the universe, so we all can understand a little better on what we can expect for the upcoming week. So, how was your week last week? What a weird week. There was a lot of crazy stuff going down. It feels like a lot shifted. Some of it, personally, didn't always feel that great, but I think it's all for the best. I have no idea. If you did experience some really weird stuff happening last week, I'm not really sure yet what the issue is. I know that there was a full moon, which full moons are always really interesting, especially at moons in fire signs. Fire signs are very passionate. It was a full moon in Sagittarius. So when we have fire moons, things are always happening really fast and really fiery and can be really dramatic. So I would definitely classify last week as dramatic. So I encourage you to take a look back at your week. What happened to you? What was going on? What were your thoughts? Did any weird things happen in your life? For me personally, I had a lot of really crazy stuff go down. I had somebody steal my house keys and rob the storage facility at the condo that I am living in. I had a killer migraine on Wednesday, which never ever happens to me. What else happened? I'm forgetting something else. But anyways, usually those kinds of crazy things don't happen to me. I usually just kind of stay in a nice, peaceful state and kind of fly under the radar a little bit. But last week, not so much. I couldn't escape it. I couldn't hide from it. So I'm very curious to hear from you how your week was, how this, maybe not exactly what happened to me. Obviously, that would be insane. But if something crazy happened to you last week, let me know. I'd be very interested to hear all about it. So, for the week beginning June 4th, we may have more of the same. I'm sorry to report. It might be a little bit different than what we experienced. It'll be less intense, less weird. And however you experienced it is totally fine. If you didn't have anything crazy happen to you, don't feel bad about it. It just could be that maybe you were feeling a little bit erratic, or maybe you were super exhausted, or maybe. So just however it manifests for you, that's perfectly fine. It kind of feels like we'll have more of the same, like I said, but a little bit less. So the energy seems a bit, we talked about endings last week. So we had some things coming to an end. So if those things didn't fully finish last week, it could be that this week they'll come full into completion. It could be that you're clearing a lot of other stuff that you hadn't been really dealing with. They're not really giving me a whole lot of information on this. All I can feel is the feeling. So it feels a little bit like exhaustion, a little bit like head pain. So it's almost like if you had a really stressful week and you got to the weekend and you felt really drained and really heavy, that's kind of the feeling that I'm feeling. I'm sorry to say, but I got to be honest with you guys. So that just means, again, more rest. Try to go with the flow as much as possible. And when crazy shit happens, it's all good. You can react in your human way. It's totally fine. Try not to take it out on anybody. If you have to, journal your thoughts. But I think there's a lot of stuff happening in the world, and it's hard not to get discouraged sometimes. So I'm giving you the permission to be a human being, and sometimes it's hard to be positive, but just take care of yourself in whatever way you need to. And part of taking care of yourself is honoring your own feelings. So if you're feeling some sort of way in your life and you know that it's not necessarily productive for you to be a happy person, to feel this way, just give yourself whatever you need in that moment, as long as it's serving you in some way, serving you in a loveful way, not in a self-detriment way, but giving yourself the permission to do whatever you need to do to get through those hard times. And we're just going to get right into the cards. So this one wanted to pop out. We also had the Magician popping up. I was looking at it while I was speaking. So that is a message for us. We'll see if it pops up again. Make your own luck. Make your own magic. Use manifestation. Use your visualizations to bring in what you want. Don't think about so much the things that you want. Don't think about the things that you don't want. Don't talk about them. Don't complain about them, because the universe doesn't distinguish whether it's something that you want or don't want. It just hears that you're talking about it, so it's bringing that to you. So be cognizant going forward in your life to talk about the things that you actually want. You know, an extent. If you have to talk about something crappy that happened to get it off your chest, that's totally fine. But if you're obsessing about, oh my God, I don't want this job anymore or whatever, and you keep obsessing about it, that's not going to find you another job. It's just going to keep you in that job with that same old state. So focus on the positive without being, you know, Pollyanna about things. Or if you want to be, that's totally fine. But you can be grounded and still be positive and optimistic about life. Okay, so for the theme of the week, we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups symbolizes romance. So for those of us who want a relation, or are in a relationship, or want a relationship, or just want a good old-fashioned relationship with themselves, this is a nice romantic week. Nice romantic energy flowing through. It's a bit sleepy as well, like I've said, so spend lots of time doing things, even if you're single, doing things romantic in your partnerships, in your life. You know, have nice bubble baths and light some candles and listen to nice sultry music, whatever it is, whatever romance means to you. Even if you're not coupled up, that's totally fine. If you want to find someone, this week actually might be a pretty good week to go out and feel sexy and to meet someone. But love is definitely the theme this week. Seems like an innocent love too. So if you can reconnect with that childlike wonder in life, if you are looking for somebody, that would be a really great way to attract them, is if you get back in touch with your childlike nature, and they can't resist that because you'll be so fun and so full of energy. Okay, that's all they're giving me right now. So the Five of Swords on Monday. So this is interesting. It's quite a turn from this nice romance card. So the Five of Swords is conflict. It is pain. But it's okay because this is the beginning of the week. We have the whole week to turn ourselves around here. But just pay attention to those of you, those people in your life who are confrontational, or people who, you know, push your buttons. Monday, Tuesday might be a heatful day. So if you have to have any tough conversations, or if you're getting together with a friend or family member that tends to kind of push your buttons, maybe don't do it at the beginning of the week. And if you do, just take extra caution when having conversations and choose your words wisely. This is also self-conflict. So for some of you, you aren't facing something in your life that really needs to be faced. So it's time to look at those aspects of yourselves that you're not, they're kind of fighting to get through, and we're not seeing them. So for example, if you pull cards or you keep getting messages in some way, like whether people keep saying one thing to you that maybe their advice, the advice keeps repeating from other people, from different people, or cards or signs, whatever, but it may not feel like how you feel on the inside, there's a conflict there. There's something that needs to shift in order for that guidance that is coming through to you, that is divine guidance, to sit within you and actually fit. So sometimes we receive guidance and it really doesn't make any sense because we feel the complete opposite inside. That just means that there are pieces of us that are fighting, either fighting to get out or fighting to keep on control, so that how we feel on the inside is how we stay and we don't evolve. So this is not necessarily a call to action, but it's just a call to awareness and understanding of the self, understanding of where you're at, and just paying attention to the things that people are saying to you. What are people telling you? And it just, not just from one person, but from multiple people. What are people telling you? And does that resonate? And why doesn't that resonate with you? And in the end, if it doesn't resonate, that is totally fine, but you're just being asked to look at the conflict. There may not necessarily be a resolution there. It just might be completely about awareness. Yeah. This is coming in separately. So since it's nice out for most of us, because it's spring in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm sure it's still beautiful in the Southern Hemisphere. So wherever you are in the world, try to spend lots of time outside in nature. It's very healing for you. You will be able to just let all of the garbage kind of melt off of you. Just enjoy your time outside as much as you can. That will really help you heal and really help you to ground into the earth. And so here we have the Priest. And so the Priest is a Major Arcana card. So we have Major Arcana introduced to us. I don't think we've had one for a while. Anyways, so the Priest is a spiritual card. It is a call to go within, to meditate, to reconnect with your spiritual practice. Whatever denomination, religion that you are a part of, whether you are an atheist or not, you have some sort of rituals that you're being called to come back to earth. So really helps you ground, really helps you get through life happily. Whatever it is that makes you feel good and whole and complete, whether it's biking or meditating or praying, whatever it is that makes you feel connected to yourself and makes you feel really grounded and whole, those are what you need to come back to this week going forward. So if you have been a bit slack on your practice, it's really a call. It's just a nice reminder to come back. And this will be the energy that we're facing this week. This will just kind of, bring you right into that nice place. So it won't be a difficult task to do, to maybe go into your meditative place, however that is to you. It may not be a difficult thing for you to do. You might just be naturally guided there by the universal energies that are coming in. The reason why I paused was because I saw the Priest is a 5, which I didn't mention before, and this is a 5 of Swords. So we have 2 5s, and so 5s can be challenging cards, or can be challenging numbers. 5 represents change. So we've been going through lots of change. The change may still be upon us. It looks like the change is in the physical world. So it might be a change in your own mind, in your own state, or it could be, in real life. But it could be, I think what I'm getting is, it's more like an intellectual revolution. So coming around and bringing your intellect, I guess, into your meditative space, into your meditative place that you heal and that you connect. It could be about bringing that intellect in as well. And that does force change. So when you change yourself on the inside, your life reflects it on the outside. So if there's change going on in your outer world, take that in and look where you are shifting on the inside. And if you have any massive changes happening this week, please let me know. I'd be very happy to hear. It might just be as simple as you finding out information that makes you think about something completely different, or you reading a book that maybe changes your perspective a little bit and maybe encourages you to go within and search that for a little bit. Even if it's something that doesn't seem like it's right, maybe go in and search why you're resisting it. Why don't you think that is accurate information? So then for the weekend, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is a successful lady. Everything she touches turns to gold. So when you want to be a successful person in this world, harnessing the Queen of Pentacles energy is really, really great. So she is a court card. So this could be a woman coming into your life that's influencing you on the weekend. But I feel like for the most part, this is the successful vibe. So if you've been having trouble getting things done lately, I think that there's going to be a shift, perhaps starting at the beginning of the week, where your brain starts to change a little bit. You might start to think about maybe housework. Maybe you start to think about housework a little bit differently. That kind of propels you into a new direction. And then by the weekend, you're feeling really successful. You've been getting lots of stuff done. You feel great in your space, and your outer world is reflective of your inner world, which means that if your house is all clean, could mean that your brain will be all clean. Sorry about that. My computer gives me so much sass when I do these videos, so I have to cut sometimes. So if you ever see me cut a video, it's not because I'm leaving you. I just having technical difficulties. So now back to the reading. The Queen of Pentacles, like I was saying, everything you touch kind of turns to gold. So whether you're having difficulty propelling yourself forward on a project or whatever it is, this weekend I think there will be a shift that you can actually start to get things done and feel successful about the things that you're getting done, which is even better than just getting things done for the sake of getting them done. If you can actually have success out of them and feel good about it, then that is great. Also, if there is something that you would like to change in your life, job, you want to start a hobby, you want to have a cleaner household, like I've said, maybe it might be a good time on the weekend to sit with a pen and a piece of paper and start brainstorming things that would make you happy. Some things that you can do in your life, some extra little pieces of yourself that want to be expressed. It might be a really successful day to do it on the weekend, because those will be things that are kind of right in your path. There won't be a bunch of random ideas. You won't feel called to write down or to go for a bunch of ideas that don't really resonate, because it'll be really easy to see what resonates with you, because by you choosing to do them, it means that you will be successful because of this Queen of Pentacles energy that's coming in. Anything else with this? Yeah, just spend time outside as much as possible. Reconnect with Gaia, Mother Earth, in whatever way you want to, whether you like walking or biking or gardening. However, there is no wrong way. It will be a week of reflection on kind of all angles. So going within the self, meditating, in those moments of pause where you're feeling nice and relaxed, reflecting on yourself. What's your brain like? What's your emotions sitting at? What's going on within your own spirit? What's going on within your own physical body? Lots of reflection this week. And there's lots of energy coming in, so I'm just intending that you will receive the download of energy that is right for you to get through this week. So it should be another interesting week. If you are interested in a private reading with me or a Reiki session or spiritual life coaching, please let me know. You can email me at thejourneytospirit@gmail.com and come and subscribe at katiehunt.ca for a chance to win a free Reiki session. Thank you so much for watching. I so do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic week.